Welcome back to Great Dog of the North's YouTube video series on building the King Hauler. In step 42, they have us paint the body. So I started that by masking off almost the whole body except for the trim. And here I painted the fenders, the edges of the fenders, silver. Also the door handles, I masked them all off, door handles on both sides, and the openings for the windows gloss black. Now for the next step I'm going to paint the whole body, and I'm going to mix up some homemade liquid mask in an empty bottle that I use for parts. Now the liquid mask will consist of some Elmer's glue, some dish detergent, and a little water. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint that onto that mask onto the areas where I painted silver, and let that dry before I paint the whole body blue. Alright, so now I'm going to take all this masking off, and we'll see how the body looks afterwards. So I'm going to peel this off now, and I'm going to do a little time-lapse video. I'm going to record this while I take it off so we can see what it looks like underneath, and I'll speed that up, and then I'll show you what the trim looks like with all the tape off. So. Alright, so you can see the mask didn't do an absolutely perfect job. There's a little bit of overrun here and some over here. I'm going to try to clean that up, and after I clean that up, I'm going to black windows. After I clean that up, I'm going to mix up the liquid mask, and I'm going to put it on these areas that I don't want blue, and I'll paint that on, and then I will paint the body blue, and then we'll take the mask off. Hello everyone, welcome back to Great Dog of the North's build series on the King Hauler. Today we're still working on step 42. I have painted and put liquid mask on the handles and around the trim. I probably will have to redo the trim with a brush. I'll probably dry brush it. I've masked off the windows again. I did put liquid mask on there, but I added the tape just to be extra sure. Now I'm going to clean the body down and before we paint it. So in this step we're painting the body and the back panel for the cab and the hatch for the top of the cab, and we're going to paint it. We're not painting it the red color that they recommend. I'm going with this pearl blue, metallic blue instead. I like that color better. Alright, so I'll be back after we get everything painted, and we'll see how it looks. It'll take a little time to dry, and we'll see you then. Alright, so I painted the body metallic blue, the back panel, and the top hatch. I'm going to take off the masking and see how well we did with that. Looks like I got a little cleanup to do here, but it's not bad. I'm going to paint in a little blue around the top, so I'll use I've got some very nice fine point paint brushes. I'm going to see what happens when I scrape off the liquid masking that I put on there and see how that worked out. I'll be back. Hi everyone. I had to hand paint parts of the body, the handles, and around the wheel trim. I used Vallejo acrylics, and they came out pretty good. I mean, it's not super. The body's a little unwieldy to paint. The masking didn't really, liquid masking that I made didn't really work that well. So I ended up having to scrape it off and paint these bits by hand. They kind of have a weathered look. So, all in all, not too bad. Not my best painting job, though, I will admit. I've been happier, but it's done. While I was waiting for the paint, I went ahead and did step 43, where I built 5 of these handles. These little guys. And the side mirrors for the truck. Now these will go on the truck in these holes right here. There, I'll move it a little closer so you can see. They go in here. And they get attached with some more bolts, and I'll be doing that in the next step, and then I'll be back. Okay, thanks for watching. At the end of step 44, I've assembled the mirrors and the handles to the body of the truck. There's a handle and a mirror here. The little mirrors move, so you can adjust them. This is the other handle. Now what's interesting about this step is the little nuts that hold these on. They're very small, and they're hard to hold on to. But I had to use pliers for a couple, especially the ones that are really tight to the body up at the top here. Okay, on to step 45. We put the grill together. Hey, welcome back. Step 45. They had me put together the front grill and the headlights. Now later on we'll be putting some actual lights behind this. Here. Oh, I should put my light on so you can see better. There. There. That's a little better. So there's the grill. It's a nice mesh in the back, held on by 4 screws. And there's the headlight. See a nice clear lens right there. Probably, I think I want to glue that in because it's a little loose, but they don't suggest any glue. And there's a spot on the back where the lamp will go. Now in step 46, they have me put together these really nifty little air filters. And these are going to all get bolted to the truck along with some other parts. In step 47, we're going to bolt them to the body. It's going to be very cool. There's some more chrome stuff that's going on there. Getting very close to the end. There's only a few steps left. Alright, see you next time. Hey, welcome back. I have completed step 47, where I've installed the air filter. The air filters on both sides and the beginning of the exhaust stack. And I forgot to mention in previous steps that I installed the windows. And before putting the air filter and the exhaust stack on, I had to add the decals, which don't look too bad. Getting them to line up and getting the decals inside of here was a little tricky. I also put the decal on the back plate, and it matches up very well. So now I'm on to the next step, 48, where I put the exhaust cover together with the handles and the top plate. But I'm going to have to make some modifications up here for the lights. And I'll take care of all of that in the next step. See you then. Hi, welcome back. Step 48. The instructions have us put together the exhaust stack with the little handles. And they're very specific about the placement. You got to count 6 holes over, 4 holes down. And these are all metal. They also have us assemble the directionals. The little lights will actually go inside there in the next step. And they have us put together 5 of these lights that go on top of the cab and assemble those to the plate that goes on the top of the cab. So while I was there, I also went back and forth between the truck instruction manual and the multifunction unit manual, because I knew that these lights actually work. And so I had to track down, it was a little interesting, I had to find the correct wires, and there's little LEDs inside of here, and the label, little labels, and these all plug into the multifunction unit that's in the truck. And when we get the whole thing put together, these will actually light up and work. These 3 are the speed indicators, and there are 2 more that sit on either side, one on either side of this, that are just lights that for illumination, I guess. And there's many other lights that I have to connect to the multifunction unit, so it probably makes sense to take that step and set up all of those lights now, and I will do that and complete step 49, where we put the exhaust together with its pieces, and I'll have the lights installed in the unit as well. And then we skip a few steps because we're not. The next steps involve putting in the steering wheel and the seats, and we're not going to do that because we have this ginormous speaker in there. So and then we'll have, I think there's 1 or 2 steps of final assembly where we put would put some horns on here and a chrome piece across the top and the windshield wipers. I had to, in order to get the lights on, fortunately to Maya, they did provide me with holes for the lights, but I had to make them a little bigger. You have to use a 4mm drill bit. I did it with this hand drill that was gifted to me for Christmas, and thank you very much, Brother Jim. Deb gave me one also, which will go, actually the one that Deb gave me goes in my special screwdriver. So I'll have all the lights in and the exhaust stacks set up in the next installment of this video. See you then. Hello, welcome back to this particular installment of the build of the King Hauler by Great Dog of the North. So I've completed up to step 49, installed all of these lights and the exhaust stacks and the directionals, and there is an amazing number of wires. The headlights have wires, lights, the directionals up here, these actually work. All of these lights work, and there's a lot of wire here. You got to make sure you label every one of these. If you build this kit, you got to label them. And I'll have to dress these up at some point. I will take the time to figure out where where the best way to route them and get them to the multifunction unit. And there's still a few more lights to do on the chassis, and I will do those and get back and show you what it looks like. In the next several steps, we're going to be wrapping up the build. Skipping step 50 because that involves putting in the dashboard and the steering wheel. Step 51 is the installation of the seats. Step 52 we'll probably do, that's the installation of the antenna that goes here, the antenna mast. And then there's step 53 with some more decorations for here. We have some more chrome pieces, and finally the back hatch, and we're done. I'll be able, the body gets bolted on. The body actually gets bolted on in step 52, so I will attach that. I'll put the battery back in it now that it's all charged. I'll get all the lights installed, and in a little while we'll fire it up, and then I'll try to dress the wires and keep them neat while I'm doing it. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you. Hi everyone, welcome back. I've jumped around a few steps. I have completed the installation of the chrome parts, the horns on the top of the cab, the I don't know what you call this, a spoiler, an airfoil. I've installed all the lights, as I said. I had to redo the front headlights because I put the wrong ones in there. Get the windshield wipers on the front. I've installed the lights in the body, and I completed step 53, which is the completion of the back panel with these little clips on the back. These little clips hold the back plate on, and these little sliders hold the back in place. And then there's this little metal handle here, and the decal I put on earlier. So now I have also put together the antenna mast. It's got this pretty cool screw spring dealy on the end. It's quite long. And that goes on top of the truck. Right there. And the radio antenna wire connects to that. Now I have already installed some of the lights in the body of the truck, and I connected those to the multifunction unit. So now I'm going to attach the body and try to dress up the wires a little bit before I button it up. I have screws here for the body to hold that on, and I've recharged the battery. So the next video you see, the truck will be complete. Stay tuned. Welcome back. I've got all the wires and cables hooked up and everything's tested. I'm going to move this a little bit forward. Zoom out a little bit so you can see the directionals. All the other lights work. Horn works. So now what I have to do is tidy up the wires. Good luck to me, and button it up, and I'll be able to take it for a ride around the garage or the upstairs. It's been a blast putting this together, and it's almost done. So thanks for watching, and the next part of this video you'll actually see this monster truck riding around the upstairs. Alright, Great Dog of the North. As always, like this video and subscribe to my channel for more great videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back in just a few moments after I tidy up the wires, and I'll see you then. Bye. Welcome back. Great Dog of the North's build of the King Hauler. As you can see, I've got everything dressed and the whole truck put together. You can see the lights. Here's the front directionals. Horn. So this thing's ready to roll. I'm going to take it upstairs and give it a spin in a bit. I'm going to figure out how to videotape that. And I'll see you then.